Hi all, so today's video, it is a most requested video. Welcome back to our vision board, and today I want to discuss about the one of the most important exam in our Azure learning path, that is AZ-900. So AZ-900 means anyone can dive into the Azure because anyone want to change their platform into the Azure, so that will be the first exam they want to focus. Once the AZ-900 is clear, you can move on to DP-900, or directly you can move on the DP-900. So maybe you may know which exam you want to prefer. So I will tell you, if you want to go as an administrative layer or Azure developer, or you need some kind of basic thing, you can take the AZ-900. And if you want to move your career into data engineering, that means Azure data engineering, you can take the exam is DP-900. So that is the main difference. But the core concept are same, but in DP-900 they are more give some insight of, or they are asking some questions about the Azure Synapse Analytics, how this data is processing, that kind of thing they will ask. So that is the main difference. But we today we are focusing on the AZ-900 because most requested video, and you will get some kind of information how this infrastructure, overall infrastructure will work. So the first thing will be what is cloud computing. I will tell you what is cloud computing. In before the computing, we can take the two concept. That means first, you are working in a company, and you know you are working in a commercial company in an IT firm, and in the Christmas season or the festival season the rate will be high. So that time, in the before the cloud implementation, what happened in the companies, they change their infrastructure into upgrade, means peak into because they are expecting, because more customers are entered into that commercial side, they buy the item. But if anyone face some issue to buy the item, it will be affect our commerce, right? E-commerce, that means their profit. So that time what they happen, they take or they upgrade their system into higher environment with huge money. So once the festive season is over, the remaining time, these high paid infrastructure remains like a constant, means they are in a they don't have any work at that time. That means huge wastage of money, and maybe already the profit will be lowering the time when the servers are in the rest state. So that is the one thing. So that time the best option is renting the item, where we are expecting there is a huge traffic in the system. You got it right. So that is the first thing. And next one will be, if you are working in a startup, and once 6 months, after the 6 month the startup get more money, or their shares are increasing, so that will happen. Then what will happen in that time, they need to replace the existing infrastructure with the up to date infrastructure. So that will definitely affect the planning or the cost management of a startup. So that time they are can rent the system, they can use the, because whenever the system is increasing, they can rent the system, they can use it. That is the one of the advantages of the cloud computing, because mainly three cloud providers are there: Azure Cloud, Microsoft Azure Cloud, Amazon Web Services, and GCP. So these are the things we are focusing mainly, and these are the advantage, because whenever we are expecting there is a huge traffic, we can run the system and we can use it. Once you complete the, or once you cross the peak peak session, you can hand over, you can back to that cloud provider. We don't want to use this. That is the reason they are only charging whenever you use that system, you can only charge that way. So that is the main advantages of the cloud system. Okay, then we need to know, shared responsibility model is a security and compliance for a framework that outlines the responsibilities of cloud service providers and customers securing the system. So these are the things we need to know. Then there are three types of models are there: public, private, and hybrid. The public cloud is the that delivered via internet, shared across the organization, that is public, less secure. Private means they are dedicated to your organization, because anyone want to, because some confidential data that is confidential for that particular um, organization, right? They don't want to interfere, or any hackers don't want to attack those confidence, because if anyone attack their confidential data, they need to pay huge amount of money to that particular customer. So definitely we need a private cloud. And a hybrid cloud is the a mixture of public and private cloud. Then identify the appropriate use cases of each cloud model. BAS, backup services, disaster recovery services, email, virtual desktop, VDI, and test development environment, infrastructure as service, and public private cloud, software defined wide area networking, and big data analytics software as a services. Describe the consumption based mode. So the consumption based I already discussed in before, because whenever we use some kind of information, or whenever we use some services which are provided by the cloud providers, then only we want to pay the money. So that is the consumption based model. The provision and payment scheme in which customer pays according to the resources used. The providers track how much the customers uses, then bill them. The number of services consumed, it can also referred by pay as you go billing. Okay, pay as you go billing, or metered billing, or usage based pricing. That is very important. So that is the reason more people are, firstly more people are attracted to this cloud, because whenever they use the system, they can definitely want to pay. Otherwise, because once the festive season over, they don't want to use the system whatever they used before. So it will be beneficial for the both the organization and these cloud providers, right? Yes. Then compare the cloud pricing model, pay as you go, reserved instances. Okay, Azure provide reserved virtual machine instances, virtual machine that are pre-purchased for 1 or 3 years in a specific region. Committing to the reserved instance in an advance grant a discount up to 72% compared to, because we are for a long time we are using that particular services, they will give some discount. For example, if you are ready to, because your company you are get a project that will end after 10 years, then definitely you can buy a purchase of Microsoft Azure or their services for the next 10 years, because there is a billing. Then what will happen, there is a huge reduction in the billing, because there is no means there is no break in between these period, right? So that is the one thing here mentioned. Then spot pricing, Azure let you buy the unused computing power at a discount up to 90% compared to pay as you go prices. However, spot instance can be interrupted on the short notice, so they are considered to be suitable only for workload that can tolerate the disruptions. Then describe the benefit of using the cloud services. First one is high availability and scalability of the cloud. Means we can available these services are available in anywhere, because if you are using in a particular region, but it will be depend, because I think through all the continent they are have multiple region, and months or years they are increasing the size because high availability. Then data backup recovery, load balancing, clustering, it will help this one. Scalability. What is scalability in the Azure? With Microsoft Azure Public Cloud and other, the scalability is essential. Backed into the environment by the way of the programming control, allow to easily extend or stringing. Because sometime maybe you heard about vertical scaling, horizontal scaling. So that concept is here, because um, sometimes we need to increase the backup, increase the ability of a system, that means scale out. Sometimes we need to reduce that scale in, so scale out and scale in. So that is the one thing we can implement in the Azure. Then functionality, scale up and scale down. For example, yeah, scale up and down depending on the customer need. Maybe sometime they client ask us to do the scale up because they need more functionality and more fast, more efficient way of processing. Then we will do scale up. Otherwise, we will do scale down. Then auto scaling we can use. So these all options are available in the Azure. Then the reliability and predictability. Reliability is the ability of a system to recover from failures and continue the function. Reliability means it's the ability of a system to recover any failures or continue. So that is the one thing. Um, then decentralized design supported infrastructure. For example, I will tell you, um, we are in India. There are three regions set up in the Microsoft Azure. One in the Mumbai, Chennai, and I think in the Delhi. So these are the three area they choose. If any disaster happen in the Chennai area, there is a backup already available in the Delhi area. So definitely, maybe some slowness they can feel, but because one system one node is failure, right? Then they are accessing to the Delhi node, but the data is safe there. So that is the one thing, reliability. And multiple region they are storing the data. Predictability is the cloud let you to move forward with the confidence. Predictability can be focused on the performance predictability, cost predictability, both performance and cost predictability heavily. So that are the thing. Then design, what are the implement? 222 data centers means 222 places they implement, they are servers. For example, Kerala there is one server, maybe India there are some, because we have some confidence these data centers are spread all over the continent in throughout the world. So 222 data centers, now it may increase because it was all to PDF, over 60 regions, 165,000 miles fabric optic scale. Assure service backed by the service level agreement SLA. So these are the things we need to do. Then that is important benefit of security and governance. Whether you are deploying infrastructure as a service or software as a service, cloud features support the governance and complaints. Things like set template help ensure to deploy the resources meet the corporate standard governance regulatory requirement. Plus you can update all your deployment resources now new standard and change based on this one. And because some of the complaints they already mentioned, they are secure because we are passing our confidential data because we trust the cloud providers and we are saving our data into the cloud, right? So there is some agreement with their cloud providers, and the same thing in the system because in the company also that they set up all. Then that is the reason they are providing the confidential, because the cloud providers are extremely responsible for the attackers also. Then um, describe the benefit of manageability in the cloud. And monitoring is there, automatically scale resources, deployment based on need, deployment resources. So manage in the cloud is the through the web portal using the command line interface, using API, using the PowerShell. Then so the next one will be, so tomorrow we will discuss about the this one. What are the services? Um, Infrastructure services, PaaS as services, software as service. That is very important. So that we can discuss us tomorrow. Okay. So this note will help you. I will upload this note. Okay, guys. Bye.